let's get to work. Now the miner's really cool because he kind of works like Froggy G if he had 2 dashes and was really OP, but not really, because he's all melee. And on top of that, he's really slow. Oh, get dead, you. You can go ahead, use that to jump over him, charge through him, and then smack him one more time. There we go. So I only took 8 damage there, which is not the best. The achievement is to not take damage at all, like I think a maximum of once. And that's good to go. So it's a bit choppy, it looks like, with these settings. It's not ideal right now, but it's potentially useful. Let's see how it works like in the future. Okay. Now these guys present a problem because they don't care if you're melee. They will just keep fucking your shit up, especially if there's too many of them. So hold on. Boom! And killed them all. Okay, that works out. There's a lot of them ants, but they are nice and easy to work with. I don't care about that much. Ah, meat chunks, really? Meat nuggets aren't that good. They're only a chance to drop, and they're kind of weak. They work, but... And then a dash backwards. It's done! Boink! There we go. Still have to heal a little bit, and can't really say that I don't mind healing of any kind, so... There we go. Here. I'm not done with that container. So now the question is, where is that teleporter? I think I'm gonna save up for that 51. Yeah, it's just not here. Interesting. As far as I can tell, it's not down here. Awesome. I can make do with that. The miner also has the distinction of being one of the very few characters in this game to make use of head stompers on a regular basis. I think he's the only one, actually. He's done. So the miner has obviously 4 abilities like every other class. You've got the ability to dash forward. That's his L trigger on this one. So I'm not sure what the keyboard is, but that's his forward mobility. That's the one that actually gets you places quickly. That's the teleporter. The other dash that he has is is to dash backwards, but it stuns everybody you go through, which is quite potent. It's one of the few ways that you have of being able to deal with a horde of bad guys that most other people would have a hard time dealing with, especially if they're melee. Like, I know that whenever I play Acrid, I have a huge problem with them, so. Alright, teleporter's done. That's like a minute too late, but whatever. Oh, great. And he's right up here. Awesome. And he hurts like hell. Also awesome. One of the important things to do is to try to jump through people when you're doing your thing. Which, since you have 2 jumps with this guy, it isn't the hardest thing to do. You can actually do a great deal of fun stuff with him. Like that. And then that does a lot of AoE damage, and it's good at taking out hordes of people. If you can go ahead and time it properly and keep your distance from people, you can keep dashing through them repeatedly and then jumping over them and blasting them. And you can do a lot of good damage that way. And I found one of those 50 chests I left behind. You guys saw there, dash through again. When they're stunned, hit them a couple of times, and then use my double jump to finish them off. The other thing you can do is use the double jump to save you a decent amount of fall damage, which is really kind of neat. Jump over that guy's attack, because it was totally going to happen. Damage. Great, I picked up energy cell. That's going to help a lot. Now, what's good to note about this character is that he's got a lot of... There we go. He's got a lot of AoE, and that's always excellent for dealing with large hordes of smaller people. So early game, he actually has an excellent time killing people. That's your big time to farm, I think, is in the early game. But you want to be spending a lot of your... You want to be spending a lot of the game running around killing things, obviously, as you go. Since you're so mobile while killing stuff, it's not exactly difficult to do. So I can just do this, go this, and then clock them. There we go. And this early game is absolutely vital, I think, to the miner. If he doesn't get the stuff he needs early, then he's pretty done for. Because he's a melee class. Like any other melee class, he definitely requires a couple of items to stay alive, which is problematic. Oh, dash behind, dash through. Now, there's a slightly more efficient way to play that one. And that's to do this. Jump up, do that, then jump backwards. Go forward while they're stunned, get ready, get a full power dash off, and then smack them in the face repeatedly. Then they all die, and everybody except them is happy. So, no complaints. Now, if you guys have any comments about how the stream is looking quality-wise, I really do need them. This is the time for any and all feedback you guys have. I am attempting to test this thing. Not necessarily play Risk of Rain, although Risk of Rain is great and all, but I am testing this. I'll probably be testing Astronauts a little bit later, but for now, Risk of Rain will have to be. Oh, boink. Okay, now I'm out of cooldowns. That was a stupid move. So I'm going to wait for all my cooldowns to come up before I keep on doing things. This character is a lot about managing cooldowns, waiting for the stuns to come up. Boom, smack them, run away. Smack them, run away. Do that, jump him, smack, smack, he's dead. Now there's just that one colossal in the way. Alright, now everything's reset again. Okay, so jump, back click, go ahead, charge the charge, go forward, hit a couple of times, hit them a couple of times afterwards. Boom, do it again, and then voila, all my cooldowns are off. So you can kind of keep that up, and as long as you keep dodging in between, you're good. Boom, boom, charge it up, go for a full charge attack, get in there, do some damage, put in a thing, stun them again, hit them a couple times while they're stunned, and then run. Done. Wait for the cooldowns to come back. Boom, boom, around, hit them. Oh, hit that guy off the edge, why not? Now the great bit. Oh wait, are you serious? I just picked up propulsion armor? Ah, now that's a good pickup. Please, this looks good to me. Thank you, Boss Man. Perfect. So hit the teleporter to get to the next level. Okay, so I've got a bunch of solar, but I've got decent items. I don't really need to waste time. 5 minutes is already plenty on the first level. I should have spent 4 minutes if I was going to be playing where, you know, like even half decently well. So, yeah, it looks okay. That's good. Alright, now the damn caverns are a pain in the ass. I hate this level so much. The reason for it is because it's massive. Like, it's a huge level. And if you go the wrong way, you could spend a good 3 minutes looking for the teleporter when it's nowhere to be found. So, okay. I'm just gonna run. Like, at this point, as much as I'd like to farm a bunch of people, get some money and all that, okay, nope, screw you. I'm gonna go ahead and stun you, do you some damage. You stay away from me, I don't like you. Oh, it's a nice big chest too. I'm sad. Let's go up here, pick up some rope. There we go. It's always harder to go up than it is to go down. So I figure, hey, if I'm gonna go somewhere first, I'm going to go where it is hardest. So that way, if it is there, then I've spent the proper amount of time getting there in the first place. You know, now that I think about it, on the other side of the level, the way up is a lot quicker. I'm thinking that I should go to the right more often in this level now. First. To look for the teleporter, I mean. If I can go up quickly and then I can go down quickly, then that presents itself as a natural kind of clockwise rotation. That's a counterclockwise rotation, that'd be fine. I could do that. But maybe I'm thinking too hard about a pixelated game. Jump over it, stun them, run off a little because it's a mushroom. Mushrooms are all about zoning you, which is a pain in the butt. Okay. Okay, and I got both of them killed, and I didn't take too much damage in the process. Okay, good. Now, where is that teleporter? Oh, teleporter, where did you go? True fact about Risk of Rain. The teleporter is never where you need it to be. Now, the cool thing about Crush is that it does hit everything. So that allows you to do a lot of decent AoE damage while everyone's stunned. And if you can get stuff that knocks people back and keeps them stunned, like you can get any items that do that, you can just right-click and enjoy yourself. Done. Now the Wisp I can't really take head on. He's lame and annoying. But it doesn't look like the things here anyway, so I'm just gonna leave them. They can have their fun. I don't really care about them. They're mean people and they're not nice and you shouldn't associate with them anyway. Alright, now time to check this ground area out, because if I don't, I know I'm going to miss it, and if I miss it, it's going to suck. Finding the teleporter is probably the hardest part about this level, straight up. It's not the killing people for the first little while. It's always finding the teleporter. Because once you find the teleporter, it's been like a good 3 minutes, usually. And yeah, this leads back upstairs, which I don't need to be, and it doesn't look like there's anything down here, so... Now, this is actually someplace I can get to for the first time ever. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Oh, are you serious? It's there? Okay, here we go. At least I found it. What do we get? Magma Worm! Okay, no matter where I go, the boss will be there. So, my strategy for this level? Drop. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spread the guys around, which is probably not good in the long run because of, hold on a second, I'm just going to make sure that... Oh, Jesus! It's probably not good in the long run because that means I'm going to have to go ahead and kill them all after chasing them down. But I do want them spread out so that way they aren't in a huge stack that will instantly murder my base. If I let them have that chance, they will. Oh, I just got the wrong chest. I am really dumb. The good news is the Magma Worm is actually not that hard to kill with a miner. Because all you need to do, jump up, use that, and it will actually deal a sizable chunk of damage. Because all your damage hits multiple targets as well, it ends up being fairly effective against our beastly little friend. Go ahead, kill these guys off. Some more smackage. Get some money out of it. Oh, Jesus, I didn't quite dodge that. It's sad face. Kill these guys off. Okay, I bum rushed them off the edge, that was pretty cool. Boink. Alright, where do you roll? I'm gonna dodge you, and then I'm gonna smack you once or twice. Now, the miner's also really great because he manages to do a lot of damage with his basic attack. Like, his basic attack alone does 40 something, and I'm only level 8. And that just dealt a bunch of damage too, so... He does a great amount of AoE damage. It's just the trick of managing his melee capability, which is problematic. But you can take huge chunks out of characters that have multiple body parts, like this Magma Worm here. All right, we're gonna make sure to stay out of there. We're gonna let that resolve itself. Oh Jesus. I'm just gonna get the hell out of there. That does not seem fun, and I walked right back into him. Great, awesome. And have I ever mentioned how much I hate mushrooms? Mushrooms are literally the worst. Oh Jesus, that's a lot of damage. I managed to get a decent amount of kills too, but ow. Okay. Got that fungus there. Let's kill him. There's 59 enemies remaining, which is not ideal. One of them being the Magma Worm, which I don't really care about in the long run. The Magma Worm, it's gonna go down. If you know how to deal with the bosses, eventually they become very not problematic. They become really easy to deal with. It's the minions in massive quantities that end up being the biggest problem in that kind of game. Oh Jesus! Yeah, this is not going to be a successful run, I have a feeling. They are really huge. Like, look at these stacks! Like, Stacks McGee! So where's... Come on, dead. There we go, let's couple them down. And the stream quality's overall okay! It's just the game itself that's lagging, so... I'm more okay with this than I was earlier tonight. Alright, so I've taken a decent amount of damage. I need to watch my HP at this point. Jump over the Wisp attack. The sad thing with the Wisp is that you don't have a lot of time to dodge his crap, and it's sad face too, because if you had the ability to dodge those things a little bit easier, they would be non-issues. Wisps would be the easiest people on the planet to deal with, but because they are actually difficult to deal with due to the speed at which they do their attacks, like they telegraph it, they do, and it's fair. It's really quick. People up there? There are people up there. Those bastards. Alright, we're gonna kill them first. We're gonna make sure to get off all the people at these extremities here. Because they spawned all here. It's kind of bullshit or whatever. So you're going to Magma Worm. Magma Worm does the shit and sucks. we're gonna go ahead and let that thing happen, and then charge into all these guys, kill the majority of them. And we just got this guy here. Take a couple chunks out of the magma worm too, that's pretty awesome. He's almost dead now. And we haven't even taken that much damage, all things considered, so... Oh, wow, I just killed him. That was awesome. Random, but awesome. Dash backwards, kill a couple of them. And we just got those butt munchers over there. There we go. Go ahead, knock them out with Crush. Hulk Smash. Fantastic. This is Hulk's favorite character. You also have like all the money in the world, so now if I come across any more chests, I'll be able to just pick them up. But I'm not going to have the time to be able to go farming, because go figure, this level's massive, and I wasted a bunch of time just looking for the stupid thing in the first place. Done. Like a Thanksgiving dinner. Speaking of Thanksgiving, I hope all the American viewers out there managed to have a good one. Oh, baby, yes! We might have a successful run after all, depending on how I play this next level. If I can find the teleporter in good time, then we're gonna have a great run. And that's why AOE damage, more of it. Whenever if you can ever get something that does damage after you kill something, Ceremonial Dagger being my favorite, by the way, but. Couple that with Will-O-the-Wisp, and you've got a great way to wipe stuff out. You can always come back from a shitty situation. If you kill even one person, like, look at that! Like, I barely had to do any work, and everything died. Ceremonial Dagger is amazing. Picking that up alone is a game changer. Especially on a character like this, where you have all this AoE damage, because by the time you get it off, a lot of people are very low HP, so... Oh, I might have picked up an attack drone. I'm beginning to learn that certain drones are just not worth picking up. Unless if it's an attack or a laser drone, I've discovered that it's just a waste of your time. Alright, so let's get a move on. Where am I right now? Right, I'm at this point. Okay. Especially at the Sunken Temple, like this place, it's super important to go up first before going down, I find. It's really hard to go up in this level, because there's a really unilateral direction to make it work. You have to come from the left, which makes it problematic, if not straight up difficult. I'm just gonna check off to the left first. Let's deal with this asshole. Oh Jesus, this clay guy is a ninja, like straight up. He's a ninja magician of the deep. There you go. There you go. He's dead. There you go. And you're done. Pick that up, and is it off to the left? Nope, but the containers are going to go ahead and pick that up, because money and experience is always good. Experience starts becoming a bit negligible after a while, but levels are nice to have. Like, I'm beginning to discover that having that experience from the gold at the end of the level isn't that bad. Like, it's not a waste of gold, it's a decent use of it, actually. Yeah, you know what? I think I should just kite you so that way my attack drone doesn't get murdered by this stupid thing. So far, so good. Seems that I got the wrong asshole tethered, though. Come at me, bro! Where did that guy go? Little crab wanted to really get at me. He had spunk on that. Here, and is it up here? No, absolutely not. But let's take a hit at the shrine. Oh, yay, I got a bouncing brain, friend. Freaking-tastic. You know, there's an interesting article I read about why there's shitty common cards and stuff in trading card games. Like in booster packs and stuff. And when I first read it, I was like, that's kind of annoying. Like, why would you want to have wasted cards? Right? And I feel kind of the same way with Bouncing Brain. Like, why would you want to have a really shitty throne upgrade? Like, look at that thing. Did it do a lot? No. Oh, God damn it. There's like a million missile play people down there. Go ahead. Go. Got one. Ceremonial Dagger will do some more work. Yep, the second step, and my attack drone died, because it's just too much for this. Drones don't do well, apparently, with the miners. It's just too melee, then the drones end up being in far too much pain. Jesus, go away. Alright, so that's 446 to revive that stupid thing. That's not happening. So that drone's done. No, I'm not getting that back. Which makes me quite sad, actually, but what you gonna do? Oh my goodness, the claiming are out in force today. Nope, nothing on the back, right? Jump over him. You know what, I'm gonna save my money for actual chests. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Go Bouncing Brain, do all of 60-something damage. Oh yeah. The other thing is if you put the Bouncing Brain in 2 and close the corridor, which can happen, then you get the unfortunate side effect of having this brain do literally nothing. Oh Jesus, these clay people are bastards. You get this brain that lasts all of like half a second. Anyway, let's go ahead and pick up this monster tooth and then get down here. Now, the reason I'm going down here first is because it's a lot quicker to go down here and check it than going the other way to check this place. And mobility over a Bouncing Brain. I think the mobility could be useful, actually. Well, we'll take a look. Yeah, this is all it is. Here's a chest, okay? So I'll pick that up. God damn it. Missile elites are literally the worst. Yeah, I wish they would all just go die in a fire. And there's like a million crabs. You got crabs. Boinky. Look at that. Oh, 60, 75. Look at that damage come out. That Bouncing Brain. It know how it do. Well, okay, that took a little while to find something that should have been immediately obvious, but let's find out what it is. It's the Wandering Vagrant. It makes sense. There wasn't much else that could really spawn in that small, tiny, enclosed space. So we're going to go ahead and bring the Wandering Vagrant up to some place where I can kite it. We're going to take our time getting there, though, so that we can spawn a couple more people in the lower levels. So that we're not dealing with a massive mob as we go upstairs. Oh dear. Now, the Wandering Vagrant isn't a huge problem, I find, for the miner. It's more dealing with the Vagrant while constantly moving. That makes it a bit tricky, but he's easy to deal with if you time your dashes appropriately. And I haven't played the miner much, but I do know that much at least. So, oh my goodness, there's already like a million things up here from the last time I played. This is a tiny level now that I think about it. It just takes forever to get around. Alright. So it seems that we're grouping them all nicely together, which means I'm going to die horribly. Yep, man, that was a waste. Okay, so, what am I gonna do? Still thinking, we got another, oh god, we're only through half of our time here. This is gonna be harsh. Okay, we're gonna dash through him. Let's see if we can group them up in a nice big group, and then just use my dashes to kind of avoid a lot of the damage, rather than to, do a lot of damage necessarily. It's gonna take a little bit longer to kill them that way. But if we get, like, even one kill, it should chain react and do a lot of work for me. Just the dagger is going to make that work a lot better. Now, the crabs are always going to be a problem. Those things are huge and do a lot of damage. These tiny little guys, I'll be able to deal with. Even the clay guys, which are proving to be a big pain in the butt, aren't going to be as big a pain in the butt as they could be. Now, for those who are playing on their own, you see that little cage off to the right? That's where you're going to find accuracy. So there we go, using dash to avoid the Wandering Vagrant's projectiles while simultaneously dealing damage. This is a good time. Oh, I'm getting a knock on the door. That person who was knocking on my door can get in. Alright, I think we're going to lose here fairly quickly. But I'll be back to change the settings on the stream, see if I can get it to be a little bit less choppy after we're done. I shouldn't be long. Okay. See you soon. Alright. Now's the time. 46 enemies remaining. Put them a lot of damage all over the place. I'm gonna use this, kite them into it. Try to keep them in it. Stun them in it. Oh god. And Wandering Vagrant balls coming out of nowhere, but they're not gonna do very much. Alright, so the brain doing work. As per usual, I say an upgrade is bad and I end up being horribly, horribly wrong. Okay, so in comes the Wandering Vagrant stuff, and then I'm gonna dash, getting a couple of the imps in there, killing him, killing those. Gonna go wait for that, and then turn around and dash through the rest of the Wandering Vagrant stuff. Dodge all those, jump, blast him. Now it's just me and the Vagrant. That's it. That's all. You can kind of keep people in a nice area with this. So as soon as you see those, just keep moving and then get right back to whacking him in the face. The Vagrant's really easy to deal with when he's on his own. Because he's just really predictable, he's easy to dodge. And voila. Keep moving. Boom, boom, boom. In my room. Oh, we're at very hard difficulty. This is going to go great. And I'm keeping him in the brain so he dies. Oh, sweet, another plasma chain. That's 2 of them now. I wonder if that means I can plasma chain 2 of them at the same time. Pretty cool. Or if I plasma chain the same one twice? Is that a thing? Can I do that? I don't know. Yeah, let's go over here. Plenty of money. I could repair the drone, but again, I think the problem is that the drone just wouldn't be able to survive for very long. Go ahead, stun them, back off. Yeah, you really do have to take your time with these big guys, because you can't go toe-to-toe with them. They really hurt a lot. And by the time that you're able to do stuff and get in range with them, they're typically able to do a lot more damage. But if you play careful, you can avoid most of their damage. Not all of it. Sometimes you're just going to take damage, it happens. And you can avoid most of it, and then deal with them just slow and steady. That's all you gotta do. It seems like I'm pushing them together, though, and grouping them, which is okay, it's fine, but I have to be really careful. It's going to mean that I'm going to be doing more damage with every one of my attacks, because at least my attacks will be more efficient, because I'll be doing damage to all of them. The problem then becomes that I will be... Oh, I can just toss my brain on them. There we go. Yeah, he's the brain! Proving me wrong again. Look at that brain go. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. That brain's the best brain! Okay. Once again, I'm proven wrong. A use item is always useful. I think that's gonna be a thing from here on out. Always a useful item. Like, use items, no matter how bad they seem on the surface, are always useful. Hey, Death Cream, how's it going? Jump over that guy, jump over his attack. So yeah, the Miner's, despite all of his power that he does have, he can play a really good avoiding game. He plays kind of like a melee version of Froggy G. It's nice. Like, I really do enjoy this guy's playstyle. You dash when necessary in order to avoid damage against these guys. Oh, looks like he's stuck in a corner. Beautiful! Utilize the bug when you see it. Boom, he's done. Now it's just these 2. Stun them, get off. Hit the thing. Oh, baby! My attacks explode? Does that actually work on melee? I'm not sure. Okay, I messed up there. One thing to keep in mind with the Miner is you're facing at all times. Depending on where you're facing, your dashes will go in different places. Yeah, I'd rather have the brain, actually. That's funny. I'd rather have the brain. Look at that brain go! He's just braining it. Boink. Boink, jump over his attack, and kill him. Anything else this shrine? One more time? Nope. Okay. You don't want to waste too much money on shrines, because they really do eat money. And money is one of 2 things. It's either a useful item later on from a chest that's guaranteed, or it's experience at the end of the level, which is far more valuable than like spending, like, I don't know, all that money on like maybe a chunk of meat. Okay, dash all of them to do some damage. Keep in mind, there are crabs here, so we do have to play defensively, despite the fact that it looks like there are lots of weak stuff in here. And don't get carried away trying to kill a bunch of weak things. There's a bunch of heavies sitting around. Heavies will kill you dead very quickly. Oh, hi. See how I used the dash there to avoid damage rather than to do it? Yeah, that's important. Go ahead, do some damage there. Now, let's see if I can use this brain to good effect. Stun the minute. Kite the minute. Boink. There we go. Oh, and a chain reaction because of the ceremonial dagger. You gotta love it. So, do you know how to get the gold chest at the final level? I've seen 2 of them, and it was really sad because I played my run on the sniper earlier today, which I ended up winning. I ended up winning that thing. It was crazy. I didn't get either of the gold chests, and there were 2 of them. Like 2. It was straight up the most frustrating thing of life. I didn't have enough money for one of them, and I really wanted the money for one of them. Now, are there any more bad guys down here? I highly doubt it. And I opened the chest down here already, so yeah, there we go. Oh, right, Rud. I forgot. There's no hole at the bottom there. Oh no. Okay, wasting time. We wasted so much time. I'm not gonna live in the magma. I'm not gonna live in the magma core / hive. You know what's the funny part? Actually, the next level, which is either the magma core or the hive, like it's one of the 2 always. Those are brutally different in terms of difficulty level. I found. Sorry. Do you mean the one in the wall in the straight up shaft area, or the other ones? I mean the one at the very top of the cliff. Like, the gold chests do spawn randomly. They aren't always guaranteed, so... remaining enemies 3, and they're all up there. Fantastic. Alright, well, let's go over here. Oof, give me an item. Oh, Guardian's Heart. That's actually pretty good. That'll do. Let's go up here. Let's try the shrine once, at least. Oh, nice! That's pretty good. Let's try it again. No, nothing. Okay, keep running. I usually try every shrine about twice. If I get a nice item the second time too, then I'll go for the 3rd time, because at that point it's like, yeah, it's not gonna hurt. Besides, shrines usually give out something on the last time that they're used, so... Use this double jump to get up there. Fantastic. Nice. If only you had a class that could actually use it. Yeah, I have a feeling that the miner doesn't actually make good use of it. But hey, you know what? If I pick up any ranged attacks for some strange reason, then... You know, I can make good use of it. That'll be a thing. Okay, so those are the last 3 enemies in the level right there. Let's go ahead and show them what's up. Yeah, I'm stuck in brain. Kill him. And both the clay people roll down there. You know, clay people in this level are the very worst. Like, they have terrible manners. You'll be killing everybody upstairs, and you'll have killed everybody upstairs, and then all of a sudden... Oh, you have to kill more enemies. Where are they? They're all the way at the bottom of the level. Why? Because the clay people rolled all the way down there. Those assholes. Oh, thanks. That was great. Good time. Alright, so let's hit this with the last of my money. And look, it's another brain. If only you could upgrade a use item. What does the behemoth do? Death Cream asks. The behemoth gives your attacks AoE. How's the stream quality, by the way? Is the stream quality alright? It seems okay from where I'm sitting. Like, not ideal, but okay. Oh, great. Flying Lemurians already. I'm looking forward to it. So, we're going to be looking for that freaking teleport as quickly as possible. You do not want to be in this level for very long. Whether it's the hive or the other one, it's always a pain in the butt. Oh, Jesus. Oh, cool. I managed to get the brain to hit something, at least. Okay, and the Lemurians are still following me, and there's a bison. I don't know how a bison would live in here, but hey, that's how that cookie crumbles, apparently. I'm a big furry beast, and I'm going to survive in a magma-ridden environment. If I get too close to the magma, though, my fur will instantly ignite. Actually, that's the only form of spontaneous combustion that I know exists. Oh. Well, I found the teleporter. Let's hit it. What do we get? The Cremator! Freaking awesome! Alright. We might die here, folks. The Cremator's easy enough to deal with. He's kind of like the Wandering Vagrant, except for his attacks are far more annoying to dodge. Alright, so we got another kill up there. That's fantastic. Let's see if we can get a bunch of really easy stuff to spawn up here. Oh, no, the bisons are all spawning up there. Fantastic. Oh, this is gonna be great. Boink. Toss out the brain. Enjoy the brain. Be one with the brain. Ow. Okay, yeah, the cremator is really brutal sometimes, because his attacks will hit pretty much from anywhere on the map. Actually, well, not pretty much. They do hit from anywhere on the map. That's just how that character works. Go ahead, do some damage to all them. The ceremonial dagger is just doing so much work for us. He really is. That's right, I've personified an item. I am the best. Don't have enough money for that chest, but that would be a good chest to have. Alright, so we're about halfway through our timer already, so that's good. Would I be up for multiplayer? I'd love to, but I don't know how to set up the port forwarding. I'm really technologically illiterate, believe it or not. And it's a point of frustration with me because I really don't know how to do that. I know my buddy managed to set up a Minecraft server, which is a fairly similar operation as far as I know. I don't know why I ran back into the cremator stuff, but let's go ahead and stun them all. Put in some damage while jumping. Try to get some kills out. Hope the dagger chain reacts with the rest of it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, group them all up. Now there's a thing that you can do with the miners. You can group them up. Like, the brain's actually proving to be a really useful item. It's not, like, end-game useful, but it's certainly doing something. There you go, take those things out, and I got more than enough money now. See how I used my dash to avoid all the damage from the cremator? Yeah, that's what you do. His dash is, both of them, give you invincibility frames, and if you can manage to use those coupled with your double jump to really avoid a lot of the damage that you would normally take as a melee class, you're well set. Oh, sweet panic mines! Those are fun. They aren't, like, they can be really deadly to you too sometimes, because I have a feeling they hit you when they explode. But if you're just running away from stuff and you take a huge chunk of damage and you drop this mine, it can be a game changer. You can do a lot of damage without anyone really noticing. Do some damage to that guy, right away. Dodge through his fire shit. Dodge through his fire shit. Only take a little bit of damage from the cremator because the invincibility frames on this thing are ridiculous. You know, I wonder why it is that every time that I tell my girlfriend, oh, I'm gonna die horribly, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die horribly, that I end up being completely incorrect. Because I have a feeling that I can keep going a long time with this. So what we're gonna do is that after this level, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. I'm gonna pause the game, put it on some music, and I'll be right back afterwards. These are some things I need to do. Alright, so we don't have enough money for the laser cannon. Oh my god, so I think we met our match here. This is where we might die if we're gonna die anywhere. This is where we jump over literally everything. Alright, so that mine's coming to usefulness right there. I'm gonna use this to dash through a bunch of them, blow up a couple more, hit them a couple times. Yep, the mine went off again, and there's only a couple left. So, again, I thought that I was going to die horribly because there's a lot of them. And the miner proves me wrong, because the miner is amazing. There we go. Also, never, ever, ever underestimate yourself when you have a ceremonial dagger. If you kill anything, the ceremonial dagger will do a lot of the work on its own. Oh, Jesus. Okay, now's a good time for the brain. Because they'll just come at me as close as they can, take a lot of brain damage. Look at that. The brain's just doing work. Like, and I thought that was going to be useless. It's ended up being the most useful use item I could have had all game with this character. So I'm jumping around, dodging a lot of the attacks. If you stay off the ground against Bisons, you tend to do a lot better. So there we go, we've killed off pretty much all of them. Oh, wait a minute, I have enough for the laser cannon. Now, the laser cannon's probably worth picking up, because it gives you a lot of AoE kiting ability, which is really nice. It's like the missile drone in that sense. The attack drone was kind of like because it only hits one thing at a time. But these laser drones, they hit multiple things at a time, and you're always grouping up bad guys. So, the laser drone will actually end up getting a lot of value. Oh, there's a bison down here. Awesome. Oh shit, I fell. Oh, I fell into lava. Done some damage to him though. Dropped a mine on him. So he'll probably take a little bit more damage on his way back. Let's find out. And he's tethered to me, so that's always good. Forgot to have it tethered. That's actually decent single target DPS. Alright. Oh jeez, no! Oh, I bungled it. Again. I'm not very good at this. Okay. Backing off. Let's go back up there. Kill the stupid bison. Oh, looks like everybody's helping each other out, creating a multiplayer server. That's awesome. Oh! I just dropped like a million mines down there. Because I think I can set off my own mines. Alright, so I've taken a lot of damage, but the only one left is the cremator. I just need to kill him. That's it. That's all. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Let's rumble, son. Put in a decent amount of damage, but now I took a lot of damage in return, too, so I'm gonna do my best to try to avoid a bunch of damage, if possible. Oh, Jesus. Dropped a couple of mines, though. Hopefully that'll do something. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I've taken a lot of damage now. This is not good. And I have no real means of getting it back. A lot of the HP region that I have is based off of killing people. Ah, balls. Ah! Glad to see that the brain actually did something. And yeah, I can test the coil of them twice, so that's okay. Nope, don't want to be a part of that. Jump down from there. Oh, Jesus. And yeah, his shell is pretty immune. This is just a long fight. The cremators just takes forever. And I really don't know what to do to speed it up either. Like, you jump around, you dodge, you do what you can. Avoid damage where you can, that's where it's possible. And then stay alive for as long as you can. Just kind of letting the coil do a lot of the damage for me at this point, which is fine. That's what the coil does. Single target DPS. I've got two of them, then yeah, I'll abuse the shit out of it. Oh, I only use the brake pulse. That's problematic. But hey, we dropped the mine. I'll be useful. Jesus. Freaking cluster artillery. We've also spent like a good 10-12 minutes on this level alone, which means that the next couple levels are going to be brutally difficult. And I really don't have that excellent a build. I'm going to probably have to pull what I did with a sniper, which was just play it horrendously safe. And I do mean horrendously safe. Like, I dodged everything, and I just went straight for the boss in the final level, and it ended up being a good move. Yeah, you can't do any damage with your targets, and that's really painful. Leave me alone. A cremator is almost done. It's taking a little while, but he's almost dead. Look at that. Ah, oh, coral. You know, I've noticed that he's getting more and more violent. Ah, oh, he's almost dead. Ah! Alright, come at me, bro. Is that mine gonna kill him? That'd be really nice. Yeah, it did. That's hilarious. Oh, sweet, we got a Wicked Ring, too. Considering how many things we can hit at once, the Wicked Ring's actually a good way to go. Alright, let's get out of here. Boo-boo! That took forever. Jesus Christ. Multiplayer was ridiculously easy? What? But I tried it, and it didn't work. My port just was never open. That's the problem. Alright, so, I'm going to go ahead and pause it here, folks. I'm going to go ahead and put on some music. I'll let you guys listen to some sweet tunes, and we'll be right back a little bit later.